Hey, thank you very much, Marty. Back here on another beautiful Saturday morning, taking you into the afternoon here at Ray Skillman Hoosier Ford, Highway 37, Martinsville. Easy to find right off the highway at Industrial Drive. Come on back here and see Hog and his sales staff, and they'll take care of your next pre-owned or brand new vehicle purchase. And don't forget, service and parts is open until what time, B?
Service and parts are open until like 1. Is
1
that
o'clock.
right? I think that's
you
right.
You passed the test, B, I'm telling you.
I paid attention.
That's not Hog, that's the voice of B, one of the sales guys here. How you doing?
I'm doing just deluxe, and I understand Hog's tied up.
He is
tied
tied
up.
up.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, well, it's okay to say that.
Well, come on down. You know, no big city whippity razzle dazzle here at Skillman Hoosier Ford Martinsville. And yes, it is a deluxe day here.
It is a deluxe day?
Yeah, it's a deluxe day.
Explain to me what a deluxe day is.
The sun was shining about a minute ago. It's going to come back out. There's very little wind. We got all the snow off the cars.
That's a deluxe day right
That's
there.
right. And I'll tell you what, the weather's going to get a little bit worse later next week. So now's the time. Come on down. We've got everything you can imagine over here, even some things you can't imagine.
I would go along with that. Hey, now tell me about 4x4s, because everybody thinks of that right now, be it a truck or an SUV. Tell me about the best lineup Ford has right now in 4x4s, as in, not in trucks though, in, you know, like these cars sitting out in front of us here.
The cars are, you mean like SUVs,
Like
that kind of
SUVs,
thing?
yeah.
Well, you know, we're in Martinsville. Everybody knows about four-wheel drive here.
Yeah, that's
right.
true.
Okay, so we have all-wheel drive vehicles, and we have four-wheel drive vehicles. The all-wheel drive, SUVs tend to be all-wheel drive vehicles. And they work similar to a four-wheel drive, except that they have a little bit of a computer brain there, and they know when to engage the four-wheel drive and when not to. And so
Smarter than the driver.
Smarter than the driver. You know, we've got Expeditions, we've got Explorers, we've got something called an Edge, which is a really cool car. In fact, with all the technology in those things, kind of like your living room going down the road. They're
I like
very,
that.
very nice.
That Edges are really cool.
Got big rebates, 0%.
How about the Escape?
The
Best
Escape.
selling SUV there is.
It is the best selling. Well, I was going to save it for last.
Oh,
That's
okay.
all right. There you go. This is your show, right?
I just like to jump in there every now and then.
We are paying for the commercials, so
Yeah.
okay, yeah. No, yeah, the Escape is the best-selling SUV in America today.
And it's real smart because it's got the EcoBoost.
It's got the EcoBoost, and that boost means that it's got a little compressor in there. All right, it's a supercharged engine, and so you get the torque and the horsepower of a much bigger engine, like a V8. All right, but with the gas mileage of a smaller engine.
That's great.
It's win-win all the way. Yeah.
And you also have those the EcoBoost motors now in the vehicles as in the cars.
We do. In fact, we even got them in something called a Transit. You heard
A
the
Transit? No, that's something new for me.
Well, it's not new really, but we've had it around for a while. And the Transit, in fact, I'm getting ready to show a guy a Transit here in a few minutes. But the Transit also has that EcoBoost in it. In the help me out here, 6 liter, I think.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, but it's got
1.6, 1.5 in them.
Yeah, it gets what it does to Ford. But no, the EcoBoost is great technology that Ford developed a little while back, and they've got it in their big trucks, and they've got them in small trucks, SUVs, and even some cars.
Right,
We've even got a hybrid out there that gets 47 miles to the gallon.
That's that C car. Yeah, I've heard of that. It's a cool little car.
What do you drive?
I drive a bow tie.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah. Everybody knows that about
We
me.
need to get you switched.
Hog has been trying to switch me over from us 2 years now.
I've heard him, that's why I brought it up.
Hey, when we come back, if you're still here, B, yeah, I'm sure you will be.
I'll be here till 6 o'clock.
I think you've done a great job so far.
Uh-huh.
We'll talk about the pre-owned vehicles, Ray Skillman certified, and talk about those Ford certified pre-owned vehicles.
Ford certified, that's really cool stuff. Real quickly,
Yes.
they check 172 things, covers over 500 items, and it's up to 100,000 miles, 7 years, 100,000 miles.
That's a good
We've got
tease
some
right there.
nice ones out there.
Yeah, we're talking, and free money on almost everything on the lot.
Free money, absolutely. All kinds
See
of free
Ernie, and
money.
he'll give you all kinds of free money.
He will, and
Yeah.
he'll get you financed if he can't do that.
All right, back with B and more from Ray Skillman Hoosier Ford. Don't forget, go online, check it all out right there, RaySkillmanHoosierFord.com, or do it the old-fashioned way. Get yourself in here, kick the tires, smell the leather, and take a test drive. And don't forget, if you're scared of a little cold, a little wind, a little snow, you don't even have to go out in it, do you, B?
It's
you guys got
warm.
to drive up in here.
It's like 75 degrees in the showroom, no wind.
Yeah, and the drive up, you'll bring the cars in for them.
We will bring them in for them, or if they like, if they like the cold weather, we'll go outside with them.
Yeah, some people are hardy. They like to be out there.
That's right.
Like me, I like to go out there.
That's right. You look.
That's why I'm in here, though. Back with more from Ray Skillman, Hoosier Ford on WCBK. Hey, thank you very much, Marty. Back here live, Ray Skillman, Hoosier Ford, Highway 37, Martinsville. Online, RaySkillmanHoosierFord.com. Come on out and check everything out here today. Got all kinds of special deals going on, free money, 0% financing, even on pre-owned vehicles. And don't forget service and parts. Get those genuine Ford parts until 1 o'clock today. And service, get that oil change, tires rotated. I don't think they can pull your engine out and put it back in today before 1. So
not during 1 o'clock. No,
you're going to bring it in on Monday.
Absolutely.
Do they do that kind of stuff?
Absolutely. Oh, we do it all the time. We've got some back there tore down right now that we've done that on.
So you do all that major stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Do all the major stuff. Engines, transmissions, you name it, we do it back there.
Diesel.
Oh, diesel, absolutely. We have great diesel certified checks back there. So folks out there in the listening area, if you've got a diesel truck and it's not running right, or your technician's maybe moved, or you no longer have one anymore, come on in here and see us. You would be surprised at how good. I mean, we have great diesel technicians back there. And a lot of our guys back in the shop drive diesel, so they not just Ford diesels, but they know Dodge, Chevy, a lot of different diesel engines. So by all means, if you're looking for a good place to have your diesel engine service, look no more. Ray Skillman, Hoosier Ford. Take care of that for you.
So how's your new year treating you?
By golly, Randall, I'm doing pretty good. How you doing today?
Not bad. Have you picked a winning game so far in the playoffs?
Randall,
We forgot to do that last
I
week.
have this right up here in my brain. Have it right up here. I'm glad we didn't predict it last week because, yeah, I'd have predicted a coach really flopped out. But I did predict the 49ers. And I think, truthfully, looking at everything, I think the 49ers look like the most. They're just so big. They're so big, so physical, and I want Peyton to win the whole thing. I want him to win the whole thing to, silence all the critics and everything like that. But I mean, Dad Burnett, 49ers they're just huge. They're big. And anybody who buys, because I buy my khakis at Walmart, so a guy named Hawk buys his khakis. So anybody who does that, Jim Harbaugh, he's my kind of guy. So
I saw his sister last night.
did you see his sister?
Mrs. Green.
Yeah, did
She
you
was at
talk
the
to
ball
her?
game. No, I
You talked to
didn't.
her? Oh,
Dave did.
Dave, well, of course Dave did. But Dave's the celebrity Reinhardt of the family. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
He goes and talks to everybody.
Well, he knows everybody.
I stay back behind the curtain.
You see, I would have thought you would be the one, because you're the celebrity and everything. But I mentioned your name. Now I don't know Randall. Dave. Oh, Dave, absolutely. We all know Dave. So, yeah.
That's why I stay behind the curtain.
That's why you stay behind the curtain. That's right.
Now, I had Bob on here a while ago, so he likes to be called B.
Okay,
He was here with us. So we talked about all these brand new cars out front.
Uh-huh.
I tested him on a lot of stuff and he passed.
Good. Oh, he's certified. Well, like I said, most of my guys are certified here. We before you get out there, you start selling Ford, we like to make sure that you know the product, know what you're talking about, and
So he used to be one of those Hyundai guys.
yeah. Oh, he knows a lot about it. Bob's been in the business a long time. He knows a lot about a lot of different cars. So
39 years.
39 years. So he's got me beat. And usually I got everybody else beat here, but he's got me beat. So
Tell me about the new guy, Virgil. He's supposed to
Okay.
come out here. Hey, Virgil's wife, if you're listening right now, I'll get him out here before the day's over.
yes, and Virgil, he came down from our Greenwood store. We did a little bit changing up, at the start of the new year. And Bill went up to the Ford store, went up on the desk at the Ford store, brought Virgil down here. Virgil's been with Reeves Buick for a long time, been with the Skillman for a long time. Is our used car manager, so he's taking over the whole used car operation. And just been in the business. Great guy. He's from Morgan County, lives up in Greenwood. Wife and kids, and just a great guy. Just all around great guy. Got a lot of enthusiasm and just comes out and talks to the customers and just a great guy. Really good guy.
You see?
Yeah, he's a really good guy, and I think it's good when you got two guys like me and him that are not afraid to talk to people, not afraid to talk, period, and just trying to make people feel at home and at ease. And like I say, he knows the Skillman used car operation real well, and we're trying to just make sure we ramp up our used cars and do what we can, everything. Because the new car business has been fairly well. We just want to make sure our used car business keeps growing also.
Okay, now before we run out of time,
Yeah.
one of your new guys here, he asked me if we could throw this out there about students needing car loans.
Oh, absolutely.
And graduate students, they got to have special financing.
Yes, we'll go over that. That's one of the things we'll go over in the break, and then the next one, because I got a little sheet of paper that I actually use to all that stuff with, but I don't have that right here in front of me. But yes, Ford just brought out a thing all year for graduates and everything like that. So, Randall, like every week, there's so much going on here all the time, whether we're having a special on our CPO vehicles, or having a special, with the APR or something like that on a new Ford, or a new product coming out from recent college grads. So there's so much going on. It's the big blue oval. Remember, folks, we took none of your taxpayer dollars. So none of your taxpayer dollars. They have a great product. Take my word for it. Consumer Reports, U.S. News and World Report, AOL Auto, all the different things that you can go on the site and look at and see how they rate cars and what people say about the cars. They're making an absolutely fantastic automobile.
All right. Also, when we come back on one of the breaks, we're going to talk about aluminum.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. Big news.
Yeah.
Big news.
That's huge, man.
Well, I tell you, I think it's just like, it's Ford wanting to say, hey, we're not going to just keep playing the same game.
Yeah.
The government, a lot of this comes from the government. The government says this is what we have to do. This is what has to be by a certain time frame. So, and the thing about it is, and I'll tell you about this on one of our breaks, about how great Ford is and what they've done. But I tell you, I'm excited about it. I'm excited every day I come in here.
Did you ever go see it yet? Have you seen
What?
one of them?
No, I have not seen them yet. I've not seen one yet, but one of the things I read on it just made me believe, it really took it
I
for
probably
me.
read the same thing you did.
I bet you did, because you read the same thing. A lot of times you tell me something, and I read it just after it. I'm always behind you. That's why you're on top and I'm below.
Well, you
That's why
gotta
it's called the
stay
Randall
behind
Hog
the
Show.
curtain,
I know. So it's a Randall Hog Show. I'm always behind you.
We're going to be back with more from Ray Skillman, Hoosier Ford. Where?
We stack them deeper and sell them cheaper.
If you need to drive in snow, well, you know where you need to come. Today is Ray Skillman, Hoosier Ford, Highway 37 here in Martinsville. You can check it out online before you get here if you like. RaySkillmanHoosierFord.com. You can also fill out your credit app online.
That is correct.
It's safe and secure.
Yes, sir. That is
Or you
absolutely
can just
correct.
come in here and fill it out and it'll be done after you get through your test drive and you're sitting ready to go.
And sometimes random people say, you know what, I don't really like computers, I don't have a smartphone, is there no way I can do it? And there's absolutely
There
is. There's
is.
a phone number you can use.
It's a 1-800 number. I should know that by now.
You should. It's 1-800-222-8161.
What's that number again?
Well, thank you, Randall. That's 1-800-222-8161.
All right, we talked about students, and you got the bulletin in your hand.
I've got the bulletin right here. This is something that just came out, folks. Ford Credit's doing right now an enhanced college purchase program. What this is any college or trade school students, along with smiling graduates, play an important role in building brand awareness and loyalty. What they've done, they're giving graduates and students even more reason to consider Ford. Ford Credit continues the enhanced college purchase program on 2014, on brand new Fiestas, Focus, Fusion, C-Max, and Escapes.
Wow.
Yeah, so you've got Focus, Fusion, C-Max, and Escapes. So you've got cars and SUVs
You also
in there.
got the top 3 selling vehicles in the line.
I know, and
Except
you've
for
got-
the trucks,
Except
that
for the
is.
truck. So, but you got that, and what they do on that is a guaranteed 0% rate for qualified. You have to be qualified, but 0% tier for qualified customers who graduate with a 4-year degree within the last 24 months. So even though it maybe graduated a year and a half ago, as long as you were within 24 months of when your graduation was, you qualify for this program. A guaranteed tier 1 rate for customers meeting a college student purchase program qualification that do not qualify as a 4-year college graduate. So maybe somebody went to a trade school or a junior college or something like that. You're going to get a guaranteed tier 1 rate for that. This includes lease contracts, additional retail, but you've got standard and sub-vendor rates and everything like that. This is the thing that they're doing where they're just trying to put more of the brain knowledge out there. So if you're a recent college grad within the last 2 years, come on in here, and if you've been looking at maybe a Fiesta, Focus, Fusion, C-Max, or an Escape, Ford's made it even easier for you. So what that does for you, people say, yeah, but Hog, what's that all that mean? The 0 and Tier 1 are the 2 cheapest tiers that Ford has. So what's this going to give you? It's going to give you the best residual value, it's going to give you the best money factor, it's going to give you the most rebates, everything like that. So that's just the way that Ford's saying, hey, we appreciate you going out there and, doing hard at school and getting your degree and the things that you've done. We want to sit there and reward. If you've been thinking about a Ford, we want to help put you in there.
Great idea right there.
It's and it runs all the way through 2014. So you got some time. So you've been thinking about it, or say, hey, you know what? I want to wait till I get my tax checks, have a little bit more money down. That's fine, folks. Remember, as long as you graduated within the last 24 months of your graduation, come on in. We can take care of this. See any one of my certified sales professionals, and we can take care of that. Put you in a brand new vehicle, put you right on down the road.
Another thing they can do if they're just looking to get that credit started, come in here and see Jimmy.
That is
and they can do
absolutely
that
right.
for you anyway.
Randall, great point. Folks, a lot of times I hear people say, I've been on my job for a couple of years, I'm making good money, I'm trying to get credit, but nobody will give me credit. How do I get credit? Easy way. If you've never had any credit or anything like that, you've got a job, you want a car, whatever, you come in here, sit down, see Jim Everett. Not only does he take care of people that have maybe bruised up their credit some, had a little hiccups along the road, but he can take care of it with no credit whatsoever. He does it all the time. People come in, they have a job, they got money down, puts in there, and it's different than any other program, folks. Like I tell people, the biggest part of the program is sitting down with Jim, talking to Jim, having to do what he does. It's a totally different, kind of arm than what I do. I don't run that at all. Jim does that, but he helps so many people, and he puts people in new cars, not new cars, but cars that he's done not only a safety check on, but a full mechanical check on. And what that means is those vehicles, they don't leak, everything works, they have new tires on them. Like Jim says, he would not be afraid to jump in one of those vehicles with his little 6-year-old niece and drive from here to California. So those cars not only get the safety, but they get the full mechanical done to them. And that's why a lot of times this vehicle costs a little bit more money, because truthfully his average bill on a lot of those cars is over $2,000 that we put into them by the time we put tires, brakes, fix leaks and everything. But you got to make sure that somebody's buying this for a short term, that it runs, that it's a good vehicle. So by all means, he's got them.
And free oil change too.
And yeah, Randall, there again, thank you very much. What Randall just said, folks, what he means by that is, well, you have your vehicle financed with Jim, you're within good standing, you can come in here anytime when your oil change is up, you get a free oil change done on that vehicle. But you're financed with Jim and you're in good standing, free oil changes. That's one thing out of your pocket you will not have to pay for.
There you go. So all the information is right here at Ray Skillman Hoosier Ford. I was going to say it's online too.
It is online, I believe.
Yep. At RaySkillmanHoosierFord.com. But when we come back on our next break, we are going to talk about CPOs and Ray Skillman certified pre-owned vehicles.
And I'd love to get Big Verge out here. You know, Big Verge, he knows
all
about it. He's a certified CPO man, knows the used car inventory, knows everything, and I'd love to get the guy on here, you know. So
Verge, get your knowledge together. You're up.
He's got the knowledge. He's got the knowledge. And he's a lot better looking than I am. See, I have a face for radio. He doesn't. He should be on TV. So that's the way it goes.
But anyway, we come back. Verge is going to talk with us about CPOs and Ray Skillman certified.
Absolutely, my brother.
All right, do that when we come back with Ray Skillman Hoosier Ford. What do we do here?
We stack them deeper and sell them cheaper.
We got to talk about CPOs and Ray Skillman certified.
That's absolutely right. I'll tell you, Randall, we have a really, really good selection of CPO vehicles. And for the listening audience out there that know what CPO means, Randall, what's that mean?
It means CPO, certified pre-owned vehicle.
My God, he gets an A again today, folks. That's right. Certified pre-owned, and that's anything in the Ford line, from Focuses to F-150 Super Duties. You know, you look out there on my lot, I've got a C-Max out there that's a certified CPO. So Fiestas, Tauruses, you name it, we've got it. And
you got a lot of trucks right there on the front line.
A lot of trucks. You know, whether you're looking for just a Super Duty, an F-150, a base model, or an XLT, or a Lariat. I mean, we've got all of them. Got a King Ranch, you know, so we've got a lot of great models in there.
And it's real easy to know which one the CPO is.
How can they tell that, Randall?
They got that little flag flying on them on each one of those CPOs, plus the blue banner. A white banner with the blue lettering.
That's right. There's a big white banner on the front of them, and there's also the flags on them, say Ford CPO, so let you know. And the nice thing about that is what you're going to get with a CPO vehicle, from the date of in-service, you get 7 years, 100,000 miles on your powertrain, okay? And what else you get with that, Randall?
Well, they're going to look at 154 different items.
That's right.
Make sure all that stuff is good because it's gone over by a certified mechanic.
Okay. And also you get a 12-month, 12,000 miles on pretty much your complete vehicle. I never use the term bumper to bumper because maintenance items, belts, hoses, batteries, things like that are wear and tear items are not covered underneath that.
Right.
But the nice thing also about that is during your time from your in-service up to your 100,000 miles, you get Ford's roadside assistance. That's a 24/7, 365 policy. Ford's roadside assistance. If you run out of gas, you need a tire change, keys in your car, need towing assistance, whatever, that takes care of it right there. So that's a nice peace of mind, like we talk about all the time. Peace of mind. Those 3 little words. Peace of mind. Let you know that big blue oval is behind you.
What if I want a Chevy or a Dodge or a Plymouth?
Well, Randall,
or a Jaguar.
I had those vehicles here. What we do with those, folks? Those go through the Ray Skillman handpick certified process. Now, Randall, how do you tell a handpick certified?
Red oval.
Big red oval.
Red oval.
He's right again, folks. There's a big red oval right on the front of the windshield that shows you that's a Ray Skillman handpick certified vehicle. It's been through the same certification process. The things are changed. The belts are, replaced. Fluids are changed. It gets put out there. You get a 4-month, 4,000 mile warranty that not only covers your engine, drivetrain, transmission, but hits parts of your electrical and your braking system. Okay.
What if I want to cover more than that?
By God, look at that, folks. What
I want to drive it for about 3 or 4 years.
What a great question from that man. What we do on that, Randall, since it's been certified, when you go in to do your financial paperwork with Ernie or Chris, they can sit there and tailor-make a service agreement contract to you, depending on your driving habits. Somebody who drives a lot of miles won't need as much term. Somebody who doesn't drive a lot of miles maybe need more term than they need miles. So by all means, Chris and Ernie can work one of those things up with you. A lot of different features on that, and especially since Ford's such a great product and everything like that, usually they're very price competitive to what you're getting on your vehicle.
Can't go wrong with either one of them. And when we come back before the top of the hour, aluminum. Just remember that word, aluminum.
Aluminum.
We're going to talk about aluminum right here at Ray Skillman Hoosier Ford. And it's not aluminum for, you know, a roof or a building either. It's really cool aluminum.
It's really cool aluminum.
We'll do that when we come back. Ray Skillman Hoosier Ford, Highway 37, Martinsville. Where?
We stack them deeper and sell cheaper.
Hey, thank you very much. Back here live, Ray Skillman Hoosier Ford, Highway 37, Martinsville. And it's a very busy Ray Skillman Hoosier Ford on this Saturday. Live because, well, we got a lot of people here that's looking for great deals, and they're going to find that deal going on here today at Ray Skillman Hoosier Ford. Be it 0% financing on 2013s and 2014s. You need to get in here and check that out. Also, the F-150 is the best-selling truck in America now for, is it 38 years?
It's 37. It will be 38 years. Yeah.
Yeah, and people keep, and the Ford trucks are changing. And don't forget, we just told you about the CPOs. And on the CPOs, you got 0% financing on CPOs too.
On some of the makes and models, yes, because not every one thing, folks, about that, folks, is, you know, we talk about like 0% or 1.9, everything like that. It always depends on what model you're looking at, because not everything is, you know, where it's not a blanket where everything right now it's got. Sometimes Ford will run that, and we'll talk about that. But a lot of time it's model specific as far as what you're getting for the interest rate and everything. But like you said, Randall, some of the rates are down to 0%, and the
rebates to go along with it.
Oh my goodness, a lot of rebates, and money's cheap right now. I've been in business since 1986, and if you've got good credit, low loan to value, everything like that, money's cheap. So if you've been thinking about buying one, don't want to pay a lot of interest, you don't have to worry. You come out here and see one of my guys, we can put you in a vehicle, and you don't have to worry. We'll get you Ernie and Chris will get you the budget payment you want, and you're not going to pay a lot of interest on that vehicle.
All right, we've been telling everybody for an hour now, aluminum.
Yes.
What is the big news with Ford and aluminum?
Okay, well, I've got a print off right here, just so you know, make sure I don't misquote myself on anything. But Ford just announced their 2015 F-150. Totally redesigned vehicle, okay?
And is it true they're actually coming out later this year?
They're going to come out later because the 14s are out, and they're doing everything with that, so they'll have a full run of 14. But the 15 F-150, truthfully, when you look at it, for the most part, from the outside, looks about the same. They redid the grill in the front end a little bit and everything like that. The window is down a little bit, how, you know, you see the little thing that comes up and over. They're kind of taking that up to where it's off, so you get about another 2 inches of visual through the window and everything. But the big news on it, they're going to go, everybody talking about aluminum. Okay, you have to remember one thing on this. They're going to take military grade aluminum alloy and high strength steel and combine them together. The best of both worlds.
That's too cool.
What they're doing, the military grade aluminum they're using, I mean, this is jet pilot aluminum, okay? It's more rigid than the steel, it's harder to dent. It costs more, but you're going to save. The savings in this, 700 pounds. 700 pounds, the truck's going to be lighter. And you say, well, what's that mean for me? More fuel economy. You're going to have more fuel economy. It's a lighter truck. It's a more rigid truck because of how the aluminum is a lot more. They have a brand new engine coming out this year, a 2.7 EcoBoost. Wow. 2.7 EcoBoost coming out to mate with the 3.5 EcoBoost we already have. The 2.7 EcoBoost was just in the Baja 1000. And I can't remember how it finished or anything like that. I was trying to find that up on there, but they took a stock F-150, 2.7 EcoBoost, put it out there, ran it, and I
seemed like I read somewhere it was third or something of that nature.
It probably was, but you know,
it was podium.
So there's a stock vehicle doing that, 2.7, brand new engine, and everything. Now, a lot of people will come in, because let's face it, it's human nature. Nobody likes change. We like to keep things status quo, copacetic, keep on going down the same road.
I hate that.
I do too. The government said you got to get your fuel economy up. You got to do this. Okay, something's got to give. So you take weight away, new engine, EcoBoost technology. That's how we're doing it. And people say, yeah, but that aluminum won't hold up like steel. Wrong again. Ford took it was mining, construction, and one more. I wish I could remember. There were 3 different fields they put an F-150 in, the 2015 F-150 in. As far as the bodies with aluminum and everything, had them in there for 2 years. Came back and told the people, hey, by the way, you've been driving a truck that's aluminum, nobody ever knew it. So it held up to all the abuse, all the things that is forestry, construction, and mining. Put these Ford F-150s out there. Companies used them for 2 years. never had a bit of trouble with them, bit of problem with them, and it was a blind test. They did nothing about it.
Wow.
So there again, and that's tough stuff. If you look the way Ford does it, that's the way they always do it. A lot of
Talk
times,
about an undercover boss.
well, yeah, absolutely. And they had them out there, and the people never knew it, and they used them hard, and they held up just fine. And never could tell a difference between the old, more steel truck and what the aluminum trucks were. So we're excited about it. Don't come in asking for it right now, because it's like I say, like Randall said, it's about a year away. But I tell you, that's how Ford stays on top. That's how we continue to be one of the, we have the #1 selling vehicle in the world, the Focus.
Yep.
#1 selling vehicle here in the United States, the F-Series truck. And how do we do it? Took none of your taxpayer dollars, and the Ford research and development team do an absolutely fantastic job bringing out the best products that they have. What do you look at right here, right now in my showroom? The beautiful Taurus. Looks nothing like the Taurus anybody drove for years and years. Taurus was #1 fleet vehicle for I can't tell you how many years. Okay, that vehicle looks nothing like what it used to. The Fusion, that vehicle right there, is just a beautiful, beautiful vehicle.
And that car keeps moving up the charts all the time too, the Fusion.
Absolutely. The Mustang, the Pony sells itself. You don't have to say anything about that. The F-Series we talk about, the Edge, the Escape, the Flex, the C-Max, there's just all kinds of great, the Explorer, there's just all kinds of great vehicles out there. The new Transit's coming out.
What is
Bigger
a
vehicle. Transit is a
that the
van. It's a van.
Oh, the van. Okay.
It's going to be, a new one's going to be, they're going to have two different ones. They're going to have a Transit, more like the wagon, like you haul people in, and more for like deliveries and things like that. It's going to be a little bit taller, so you can actually stand up in it, some different things. That's due out here, probably sometime here this next, few months or whatever like that. So Ford's got so many things going on, and the whole thing is, folks, all you have to do, no pressure, no anything, come down here and sit down and talk to us. We'll answer your questions. If you want to be left alone, we'll leave you alone. But if you want to have a question or anything like that, we're more than happy to answer for you. Main thing we want to do is put you in the vehicle you want. Ernie and Chris make sure it's the budget you want. And our guys make sure you're comfortable with your vehicle. And remember, on that, I tell you every week, or every other week we're on here now, if you bought a Ford or Lincoln product from another dealer and you can't remember how to use it, or I can't get my phone synced back up to it, or anything like that, and I live closer here to your store, the Martinsville store, and wherever you bought it at, that's fine. You come in here and see me, any one of my people, we'll sync your phone back up for you. We'll go over your vehicle with you. We want to make sure you're, no price, no obligation, no anything. We just want to make sure you're comfortable out there in your vehicle. So by all means, if you're out there in the Martinsville area and you need something done on your Ford Lincoln product, come on in here. We'll be more happy to take care of it.
All right, back with more right after the national news.
National news.
That's right after the national news, after the local news.
Local news.
Right here from where?
Ray Skillman, Hoosier Ford.
What do we do here?
We stack them deeper and sell them cheaper.
Thank you very much, Marty. Back here live on this Saturday. It's a beautiful Saturday to come out and see the sales guys here at Ray Skillman. Also the internet ladies, they're working hard too. Lots of internet appointments coming in. And that's another thing you can do. You can go to RaySkillmanHoosierFord.com and you can talk to the internet people, do a little blogging back and forth, however you do that. I don't have a clue, but they know. So you can get all that done. You can tell them what you're looking for, how much money you have to spend. You can get your credit all done right there with the internet people, and it's real simple. And then they'll set you an appointment up. You'll come in and they'll set you up with one of the salespeople, find you that vehicle. Actually, they'll probably already have the vehicle set up and ready for you to take the test drive in. And if you don't quite like that one, or you like the one that they found for you, you can basically get the deal done in no time whatsoever, because they already know about your credit, your financing's already set up. So that's an easy thing for you to do right there, if you want to do it that way, or do it the old-fashioned way. Come on in here, take a test drive, kick the tires, smell that leather, and then do all the dealing. And get your credit all figured out before you get all that test driving done. And then by the time you're done test driving all the different vehicles, you're ready to make the deal with the salesperson. Then you go in to see Ernie and get that financing all taken care of, and you're on your way probably in less than an hour. And don't forget, Ray Skillman Hoosier Ford Parts and Service is open until 1 o'clock today. So be sure to come on in if you want to get an oil change before 1 o'clock. They can get that done, rotate your tires and all that kind of cool stuff. But if you need something major done, you need to set an appointment up, and they can take care of that for you, like on a Monday through Friday. Saturdays is basically just oil changes, tire rotations. Or if you need some new tires, they can take care of your tires too. And then parts is always nice, because the parts is open till 1, so you can get your genuine Ford parts there. And the sales guys, they're busy, but they'll find time for you, so come on in and see them. And don't forget, lots of free money, lots of 0% financing on select vehicles. You need to come in and see the guys and talk to them about that. And once again, the CPOs, the Ford Certified Pre-Owned Vehicles, and the Ray Skillman hand-picked certified pre-owned vehicles are on the lot with lots of savings also. And don't forget Jimmy Everett Jr., he can take care of all that in-house financing with buy here, pay here. And they've got a great selection of buy here, pay here vehicles right now too. As the Hog said, they go over those just like they do the CPOs and the Ray Skillman hand-picked certified. And those Hog Honeys, you know what I'm talking about. That's one of those cars, you know, it'll still get you from point A to point B. You may have to do a little, you know, 10 or 11 care on the Hog Honey, but they're still nice little vehicles. So come on out and check it all out. It's Ray Skillman Hoosier, Ford Highway 37 here in Martinsville, where, yes indeed, they do stack them deeper and sell them cheaper. This is WCBK. When you go to Ray Skillman Hoosier Ford, you're never alone. There's always 5 salespeople here to help you find your way through your Ray Skillman Hoosier Ford experience here on Highway 37 in Martinsville. Come on out and check it all out. And or else you can go online. That's right, you can go online. Now I tried to explain how you go online to do this, but I'm not very good at it. But Debbie is. How are you, Debbie?
I'm doing very well.
Yeah, your Saturday's going well. You've been busy over there on the computer.
We've been rocking and rolling.
Yeah. Now explain to me how it works for, you know, when somebody, you know, goes to RaySkillmanHoosierFord.com and they want to, you know, talk to you guys about, you know, buying a vehicle online and then coming in with the appointments that you guys list here on the board. How does that all get going?
Well, typically people go online trying to get an idea of the vehicle that they like. And then when they find one, they click on it. They can look through all the pictures that we have to offer. They see the auto history report. And then there are buttons on there that you can request to negotiate price, to go ahead and work your credit to see if you can get approved for it. And once you submit your information, it immediately gets to us. I would say within 3 minutes, you're hearing from one of our marketers.
That's quick. So
like
they can
it.
actually negotiate price with you right there online.
Yes,
Wow, and that's all live, being done live.
all live.
Oh,
You
wow.
can pick up the phone, we'll pick up the phone and talk with you. You can do it via email, just chat back and forth. Oftentimes it's just quicker for us just to pick up the phone and talk.
But most of the time, it's a customer gets online and they're looking for a certain vehicle, and you know, then they can find the one they like and they fall in love with, and then they can click onto that little icon to talk to you guys.
Yes,
It's that simple.
it's that simple.
Yeah, and then you'll set up an appointment, bring them in. Like I've seen about 4 people come in today, and then they get with the salespeople and they get the deal done.
And it's pretty quick.
Yeah.
Because we've already went through the process. We've filled out the application. You already know your price. We've promised it. We can even give you a ballpark idea of what your trade-in value is.
Really?
Really.
That's even sweet too. So it's all done.
It's done.
Yeah, sweet. Anything else you want to add?
Come visit.
All right, thank
It's
you.
a beautiful dealership.
It certainly is. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. You can talk to her. You can even come in live and talk to Miss Debbie. Live here at the Ray Skillman Hoosier Ford and get it all done that way. But it's that simple, just doing it online. And as the Hog says, they've dealt with people, say, in Oregon and California, down in Florida and Texas and Tennessee, and people have bought cars that way too, Ohio, or people would just come from Ohio and Illinois just from finding a certain vehicle online and buying it here at Ray Skillman Hoosier Ford. Lots of cars to choose from online too. Hey, when we come back for the final break, I'll get Hog to join me and we'll do that NFL picks. 2 big games on Sunday. Yeah, you already know who I'm going to pick because I said it yesterday. I don't know if he does, so I won't tell anybody right now. Back with more from Ray Skillman Hoosier Ford right here on the Highway 37 in Martinsville, where yes indeed they do stack them deeper and sell them cheaper. We're back here live, Ray Skillman Hoosier Ford, Highway 37, Martinsville. As Miss Debbie said, go to RaySkillmanHoosierFord.com and you can check everything out right there and even buy the car and get the price and financing and everything done. And then come in here with an appointment with one of your fine salespeople. Bingo, bango, you're out of here.
I tell you, Randall, there's a lot more people doing it that way anymore. You know, they want to make sure that, I mean, time is valuable to us. It's one of the, you know, most precious commodities we have anymore.
Kind of like that little guy right over there. It's like he wants to go home.
Yeah, he wants to go home. He wants to go home and play. I don't want to be in a dealership, you know, mom, dad buying a car. I want to go home and play. So, you know, with everything we have going on in our life, whether, you know, it's your work or, you know, your athletics at your school or, you know, working out after, you know, work, whatever, church, there's just civic groups, there's so many different things we do every day in our life that time is a precious commodity. And it's one of those things, people don't want to spend a bunch of time buying a vehicle. So what I tell people all the time what they do, more and more people are doing, they call, they negotiate the price, you know. They fill out their application, they get everything approved. Hey, you know what am I looking at as far as my lease payment, my rates and everything like that. They get most of the homework done. When they come in, we show them the vehicle. Yes, that's what I want. It's exactly the color, the features, everything I want, everything like that. So it just speeds everything up so much more. So, you know, we do it so much more with people that way because, I mean, you know, car business has been the car business for a long time. But there again, you know, you got like eBay. You got people buying cars right online, never even seen it. They see a picture of it, you know, and everything like that. So, you know, it is, car business has changed. Some people say it never has changed. Well, it has changed. Because you should never buy something. You always have to drive it, see it. You know, I hear people say, I don't want to buy a pig in a poke and different things like that. And you just got to make sure that it is what you want. But, you know, you can take care of a lot of the business, you know, online, talking to Debbie or sales professionals, whatever you need to do. We come in here, you drive the vehicle, make sure it's the right vehicle for you, make sure everything's good with it. We take care of all the rest of it, and you're in and out pretty quick.
As easy as possible.
You know what, we try to make it that way. I mean, we talk every week about, you know, a world-class experience. We do try to give a world-class experience. I mean, our facility, it's unbelievable, you know, what it used to look like, what it looks like now. So, you know, it's just a totally different atmosphere, a totally different mindset we try to give people when they come here, you know. Yes, we're still, you know, Skillman Hoosier Ford, we're still a Ford dealer here in Martinsville. And that's never going to change. But I think we do try to take better care of the customer. I think we try to do a better job with the customer. Can I make everybody happy? No, I've told you that. No matter how hard I try, it's just human nature. Some people just don't get along with it.
You could always dye that interior black.
Right, absolutely right, yeah. But, you know, that's just one of those things. It's never from lack of trying. But, you know, whether it's Jimmy doing one of his, you know, in-house finance, you know, deals, or Debbie on the internet, or Chris or Ernie doing the financing, or me or Virgil appraising or selling the vehicle, you know, one of my guys doing it. We come in here every day trying to earn everybody's business, you know, and like I say, the young guy right now, look at that. See, he quit crying because he saw what a great deal we're giving his mom and dad. He quit crying.
He did.
Great. That's fantastic.
Really? That's the price?
Really, that's the price. Look at him. He's ready to go now.
They're putting his baby seat in there right now.
Put a baby seat in a beautiful, you know, and that gentleman right there, I can't tell you his name. Traded that vehicle in, works at the Ford plant. I retired from the Ford plant, traded in and bought an Escape. It's too big for them, so they got a little Escape and leased that from me. So it's Kenny Beaver's customer. So there again, you know, that's a great vehicle. It's an Explorer, it's a CPO vehicle. They're just an absolutely fantastic family vehicle. Coach Cutbrook, you know, him and his lovely wife, that's what they drive, you know.
I was thinking about him retired as football coach.
Did he really?
Yes,
I didn't hear that yet.
He's just going to be principal now.
Bobby Dapper, I didn't know that. Well, he's a good guy. I'm glad to see I got to meet, you know, Coach.
But we're going to get a new coach in here that he's going to have to buy a brand new vehicle.
Absolutely going to have to come over here and race.
I mean, that's part of being a coach in Martinsville. You got to drive a Ford.
That's absolutely right. You got to drive Ford. Got to drive that big blue
As soon as we find out who he is, I will call him and get him in here.
Well, I appreciate that. You call and let him know.
We'll have him come in on a Saturday and hang out with us.
Absolutely, just like Coach Cutler did that one day. Absolutely, that'd be a good thing to do. I'm in on that.
I think that's a great idea. And speaking of football,
Yes, sir.
2 big games tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
First game 3 o'clock
Yes, sir.
in Denver, Mile High. Weather probably won't be a factor.
I think it's gonna be like 57 degrees.
It's going to be really nice.
That's nice. That's nice.
I guess they're not going to get that winter cold blast that we're going to get next week. But at any rate, Denver and those evil New England Patriots in Tom Brady.
I will say one thing about Peyton Manning. He's a class guy because when they asked him, I don't know if you saw, I'm sure you did, but when they asked him who's the greatest football coach, he said Bill Belichick. And I agree. I mean, I do not like Bill Belichick just because at all times he's beat us, but I always tell people, if Bill Belichick would have been our coach during all those years we had Marvin and Peyton and Edgar and James, who knows how many Super Bowls we'd have won. I just believe that. I believe there's no way you could have the talent we had those years and not won with those guys. I believe we'd have won at least 2, maybe 1 or 2 easily with that guy. And yes, I don't like him because he always beats us, but he's absolutely, when you talk just about a coach, absolutely unbelievable. The way he gets the players believe in him, his schemes, his defense, and look at that. Patriots were, I mean, yes, they went to the Super Bowl, you know, a couple times, they never won anything, but since he's come there and a Kraft family supported him, built a dynasty. Done a great job.
Yeah, we don't want him to get forward.
No, we don't. We don't. Absolutely don't. But I think that was classic by Peyton saying that. You know what I mean? He's just a class guy. Peyton Manning is just a class. The whole family.
You're going with Denver?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Then in the other game, 6:30 on Fox.
Yes.
Is those 49ers. And you talked about them earlier. They're big, they're strong, they're fast, they're quick. And Kaepernick, even if you don't like him, you got to say he's a heck of a football player.
But the only thing you have to take into consideration there is the 12th man in Seattle.
That's why I'm going to Seattle.
You look at.
And I like Wilson.
But look at Russell Wilson's record at home versus being on the road. 2 totally different records. When a guy plays at home, that 12th man come out there, and I think
it's loud.
It's loud. It's
open.
It's an outdoor open stadium.
Yeah.
It's amazing how loud they get there. And that's the only thing I just don't know on that is, as much as I like the 49ers and as big as they are, can they overcome all that? And I don't know. And I truthfully, I believe we got an easier time beating the Seahawks than we do the 49ers. So with that, because I want the Broncos to win. So with that, I'm going to go with the...
Silence is golden.
I'm going to go with the 49ers.
Oh, you're going 49.
I tell you, I just think they're just, and I hope they don't win just because I just think I think they're probably the most balanced football team.
It'll
left.
make it a heck of a Super Bowl.
It will make it a heck of a Super Bowl, but I'm telling you, I just, like I said, just the 49ers, we look at them, they're just big, strong, they're good, and if Kaepernick's on his game, I mean, the guy can run, throw it, do everything. Frank Gore, unbelievable, you know, Davis or tight end. I mean, they just have great players, great athletes on their team. And I hope Peyton Manning wins it all. That's what I hope for.
Well, they got to win the first one.
We got to win the first one. Our teachers play tonight?
No, remember?
Oh, it's Monday
night. It's big. Called off tonight because of the snow. There's a possibility of 3 to 5. They don't want everybody driving that nasty road and get in an accident. So Monday, JV starts at 5, and varsity starts at 6:30 at Terre Haute.
Well, good deal. Well, good job last night. Good victory last night. Tough one, pulled it out there. You and Dave did a great job as usual on the radio. It's amazing listening to you guys.
It is amazing.
It is amazing. That's the only word I can use, folks. It's amazing.
Hey, but you're always going to get an amazing deal at Ray Skillman, Hoosier Forts. We got to get out of here. And what do we do here?
We stack them deeper and sell them cheaper.